When you buy the iPhone 17 Pro Max or the Galaxy S26 Ultra, you are making a $1,200 financial investment. At that price, you expect the premium hardware inside these lenses to perform flawlessly. But if you try to research which one to buy, you run into a wall of contradictory advice. Tech reviewers will tell you that Samsung is the undisputed king of still photos, while in the exact same breath, they declare Apple the absolute champion of video. Look at this diagram to see how the spec sheet marketing intentionally confuses the issue. Samsung markets a massive 200-megapixel camera, while Apple lists 48 megapixels. It is designed to make you think a bigger number guarantees better quality. But when we look under the hood at the physical sensors capturing the light, their sizes are actually nearly identical. We are throwing out the spec sheets. There is no such thing as an objectively superior camera phone anymore. Instead, we are evaluating these devices for three specific people. First, the videographer, the photography enthusiast, and the everyday point-and-shoot user. At the flagship level, your choice comes down to which specific hardware and software philosophy removes the most friction from your daily workflow. Let's start with our first profile, the content creator. If you are building an audience, your priorities are flawless motion capture and immediate, high-quality social media publishing. The iPhone 17 Pro Max holds a distinct advantage in raw video processing. It has the bandwidth to capture super high-definition 4K video at 120 frames per second. Apple's video engine guarantees zero dropped frames and perfect stabilization. That combination results in smooth, cinematic slow motion that competitors struggle to match in real-world scenarios. Samsung approaches video differently. The S26 Ultra can capture incredibly high static detail, even up to 8K resolution. But when you start introducing complex panning or fast subjects, the video engine is prone to micro-stutters and dropped frames. Capturing the video is only half the battle. Distributing it is where the workflow really gets tested, specifically on apps like Instagram. Galaxy S26 Ultra users run into a documented compression penalty when uploading directly to Instagram stories. If you add a music sticker to your post, the Samsung integration applies heavy compression and a noticeable color shift to the footage. The iPhone bypasses those destructive compression algorithms entirely. It enjoys native, lossless integration with major social apps, meaning what you see in your camera roll is exactly what your followers see. For creators whose daily output requires bulletproof video reliability and frictionless social publishing, the iPhone's pipeline is the clear choice. Our second profile is the photography enthusiast. This user demands optical reach, the ability to heavily crop their files, and a versatile Swiss Army knife set of lenses. Here, the Galaxy S26 Ultra flexes a massive hardware advantage. It utilizes dedicated 3x and 5x optical lenses that feed directly into that 200-megapixel main sensor. Look at this daylight photo of a Corvette E-Ray. Samsung's processing yields sharp details, handling high-contrast reflections and resolving distinct grass textures with total clarity. That optical reach means extreme zooming. In this 40x shot of the Empire State Building, the S26 Ultra maintains clear architectural details and legible spotlights. The iPhone 17 Pro Max relies on a single 4x optical zoom. Pushing past that magnification forces the Apple device to rely heavily on digital cropping, resulting in noticeable softness when trying to capture distant details. Apple pushes back in the ultra-wide category. In this 34th shot, the iPhone maintains sharper brick definition and handles the harsh daytime contrast better. But for the purist who wants physical hardware to punch into distant architecture or wildlife without losing detail, the S26 Ultra's optical versatility cannot be matched. Our final profile is the everyday user. You want a high-quality result the second you press the shutter, without ever opening a manual Pro setting. Out of the box, the iPhone 17 Pro Max has a higher base resolution. It defaults to capturing a 24-megapixel image, instantly grabbing more data for your casual snaps. The S26 Ultra defaults to 12 megapixels. To get a higher base resolution on Samsung, you must manually download a separate camera assistant app and tweak the back-end settings yourself. That automation is tested the hardest in extreme low-light environments. In dark conditions, the iPhone utilizes faster shutter speeds. This allows it to freeze motion and expose dark shadows without blurring the subject. Samsung's software tends to rely on longer shutter speeds in low light to gather its exposure. Because the lens stays open longer, it frequently introduces slight motion blur or handshake to the final image. For users who need a guaranteed usable shot the second they pull the phone out of their pocket, especially at night, the iPhone provides zero-fuss reliability. Spending $1,200 on a phone means you must make a choice between Samsung's extreme photographic versatility and Apple's bulletproof video reliability. For the content and video pro needing flawless video and seamless social uploads, buy the iPhone, accepting its single optical zoom. For the photographic optimizer, editing massive 200-megapixel files with heavy optical magnification, buy the S26 Ultra, accepting compression and 4K panning quirks. Just ignore the brand loyalty and spec sheet hype. Figure out exactly what you want to create and purchase the tool that eliminates the friction from your process.